Madam Chair, and ako na po ang huli pala na sa first round. So, I'd like to apologize for, hindi naman ako late, but I was with PBBM to inaugurate po yung amin pong 7 billion Korean loan and flood control project in the 4th District of Pampanga. So, I would just like to share something that happened po. So, it was a very successful inauguration kasi po, as you all know, we are the catch basin. And nalaman ko nga po na all the water pala from the Sierra Madre, the Zambales Mountains, and the Caballero Mountains, and most of northern Luzon flows into two small towns of Macabebe and Masantol. So para pa kaming drain and catch basin. So we were very grateful for the 7 billion flood control project. And ikakasa pa po yung part 2, which is also an ODA from Korea worth more than US $1 billion. So, malaki po yun, which just goes to show you the importance po of the place. Kasi po, pag barado yung drain, nagba-backflow po lahat, and nag-backflow pa po hanggang NLEX as we saw. So, I just like to share something na medyo light lang po na nangyari noon. So, syempre, after the inauguration, meron pong press con. So, tinanong po, syempre, hindi po tinanong yung flood control, Tinanong po nila kung si President po ay Team Mama or Team Jowa kay Kaloy Yulo. So, sabi, yes, I know. It just goes, 7 billion, tapos yung tinatanong yung, pambansang telenovela. But the President was gracious enough not to enter the discussion. At sinabi niya po, sabi niya, let's move on from that. Sabi niya, and I would like to congratulate for the 2 gold medals, I would like to sincerely congratulate po Kaloy Loizaga. So, in front of 60 press po. Baka lumabas, ang ganda nga akong i-reels, mami, o i-TikTok. Tapos, sabi po, napakaseryoso pa naman po, ma'am. So, bigla ako napatawa. I said, sir, basketball fan pala po kayo. Tapos, sabi po na press, sir, hindi po Loizaga, Yulo. Tapos, later on, sabi po ni President, naku, nakalata tuloy yung edad ko. Tapos, sabi niya, baka naman dahil iniisip ko si Secretary Yulo Loizaga. So, nata top of the mind po kayo. At saka po yung father-in-law nyo is indeed a legendary athlete. So, just to share po that light moment po. But first of all, I would like to congratulate po the DNR on the projects po dito sa amin pong area, which as everybody knows is climate change challenge. Po? So, i-share ko lang po, I'd like to personally thank RD Pablo at saka po yung ating Penro and their staff kasi po, ma'am was the guest in the largest coastal cleanup ever po sa buong Pilipinas, where 3,000 persons po paid for by Tupad cleaned up the catch basin or the drain po, and we were able to get 9,000 po na sako ng basura. So yun po yun, that happened po last March. So this is the first time ever in the Philippines, the largest po, it happened over 6 weeks time. So we will be doing this again, ma'am. Actually, dapat in preparation for the rainy season, pero nagkabaha na rin po. But we are still going to do this po. The crucial to this po was of course the Estero Rangers. Kasi po, pag may mga tupad na nagtetrabaho, wala pong nagbabantay sa kanila. So sometimes they're just taking photo ops po of themselves cleaning. But in this, meron talaga siya, output-based siya talaga because there were 9,000 sako po ng basura. So these Estero Rangers, ma'am, they are crucial talaga po because when the coastal cleanup finishes, they remain behind to help clean up po lahat po ng basura sa lugar namin. So, I am informed that the Estero Rangers po will be increased from 90 to 220. So, I'd like to congratulate you for this excellent initiative. Ako po, hindi ko man akalang meron palang Estero Rangers. So I'd like to thank you for this, and nagulat na lang po ako that they arrived and presented themselves. So please keep this up, kailangan na kailangan po ito. And I'd like to put it in record that I'm very much impressed by the DNR po dun sa lugar namin. But however po, I'd like to request, no, if you say, di ba parang ang lalaki, can we project po the picture? I'd like to project the picture lang po, no? Ang lalaki po ng mga hard infrastructure projects sa amin at malalaki po, no? This is a Japanese funded that's even separate from the 7 billion and the 1 billion. This is a Japanese funded dike. Kung napapansin niyo po na anod na po, ano, the road dike is eroded na po. On the right side, you can see a mangrove forest. On the left side po, wala. Ano? So, the DPWH, when they do flood control po, hanggang hard lang. But there are also soft flood controls. And the DPWH cannot do it all alone. So kailangan po talaga namin po ng soft, and this is where the DNR comes in. So we would like to request po for more mangroves. Not only po to protect the 160 billion aquaculture industry in our place. Nalaman ko lang po when the president came, the 160 B na pala yun. So sana po you would consider putting more mangroves po kasi ang laki po ng perang nasisira po from tidal and bathymetric action. So can you let us know what you're doing po dun sa mangroves and if you have plans po to increase them?
Thank you very much, Madam Chair, and we wish to thank the Honorable Congresswoman for the feedback, no, for the performance of DNR in this area. And unfortunately, po, I would like to state for the record that while I'm not related to Kaloy Yulo, I do share one particular characteristic, which is height. And so that is my tenuous claim to fame. And so here, Madam Chair, to respond to the Congresswoman's request, we are doing an assessment now of where, in fact, we may be able to intervene in terms of the nature-based solutions. And we will continuously work with her team po to identify the ideal sites for mangrove reforestation or new establishment of mangrove areas for the area. So I wish to confirm po our support for this particular request.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair and Madam Secretary. As you could see po from the picture, ano po, inanod na talaga. Baka po maputol pa yung dike. So, there is a limit also to hard solutions. May limit po talagang hard solutions. So, I think what we need po is a combination po of hard flood controls and to maintain the hard projects, kailangan po talaga natin ng mga soft solutions. And mangroves are so important in our area because aside po from protecting the dike, they provide po, alam niyo naman po, no? Doon po yung breeding grounds po ng aquaculture. That's tilapia, bangus, crab, and shrimp. And just to let everybody know here, our 4 towns only po, ano, are the #1 aquaculture in the entire Philippines. Sa lahat po ng kinakain niyo po, yung mga mahilig sa king crab, sa mga crab, sa mga crab resto, at mahilig po sa mga sugpo. 4 na bayan lang po ang main source po nito. And for those who eat tilapia. So, maganda po talaga na maglagay din po tayo ng mangroves aside from the protection po ng ng ating pong dike, which cost billions na po talaga, makakatulong din po sa ating aquaculture industry to. So again, I'm sure you will look into that, ma'am. So please help us clear up more basura kasi po pag kami po ay nabara, pati ho ang NLEX mababara. At pag nabara po yung NLEX, kayong lahat 10 oras po maghihintay doon. So, thank you so much. I'd like to reiterate my support for the DNR budget. And sa inyo pong RD at sa mga provincial, please keep up the good work. Kulang na lang po ng budget. So, thank you so much, ang airport. last year, we requested to be included
Over to you guys.
and for you to assess our area because we are not included in the ECC of the Bulacan Airport. So we requested to be assessed to be included in the ECC because aside from we're only 5 minutes by boat from the Bulacan Airport, so we were not included in the ECC. So we requested last year during this forum to be included or to be considered or our area to be assessed to what's happening to the Bulacan Airport. We are not opposing anything regarding the Bulacan Airport. We would just like to be included in the assessment of, just in case there are any changes, whether positive or negative, so that in case that there would be any action, then we would also be included in those actions. So what happened po, and are we included in the ECC of the Bulacan Airport?
Thank you very much. Yeah.
So we're not opposing the Bulacan Airport, we just want to be included in the assessment.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. We will, there's a regular monitoring of the conditions of the TCC, so your area should be included in the monitoring.
Yes. Thank you so much. And how can we follow this up? Because the title is Bulacan Airport and we are in Pampanga, and we are not also contiguous by land. We are actually, but by boat, it's so very near to our place. So that's why we would just like to be included in any considerations, positive or negative, regarding said structure.
Yes, Madam Chair. I will give instructions now to the regional directors to, whenever there is a monitoring report, to provide one view, including your area. We can invite, actually, during monitoring, we can invite somebody from your office.
Thank you so much. And in case there are any coordinating activities regarding towns affected by the airport, we would like to be included in all meetings and concerns. Because the title is Bulacan, people don't actually know that it's right next to us by boat. So we are often not included in budget in the hearings in Congress or even meetings with the DNR and airport authorities and LGUs. So I'd like we would like to be included in said discussions.
We take note of this, Madam Chair, and we will furnish you our reports and invite you actually to the monitoring activities.
Thank you very much, and that is much appreciated. I'd also like to share a picture of flood adaptation. One of the things that I learned po is, ayan po, no, this is a classroom. Halata ba na it's a classroom on stilts? Nakaangat po siya. I took your advice to heart, Madam Secretary, and worked with the DPWH to provide a standard classroom. Nakikita niyo po empty yung ilalim. So, pag tuyo po, pwede po siyang parking lot, multi-purpose area, pwede rin po siya, we put benches there, nandyan po rin nagpaparada yung motor. So, may slab po. And then, the classroom is on the second floor. So, basically, tinanggap na po namin that during the rainy season, there will be water. And then, during the dry season, so, during the rainy season, people will arrive in the school by boat. And then, during the dry season, pwede pong gamitin yung ilalim. So, I don't know, could you just project po the picture? Kasi medyo nakatabingi po eh. But, ayan po, no, nakikita nyo there's a space sa ilalim. So, yun po yung adaptation talaga. While we are waiting for the permanent solution, when that will be, baka hindi na po tayo buhay lahat. But because we are dealing with, yeah, so baka nabahan na tayo forever. But right now, while waiting for said solution, and while waiting for my 1 billion next loan, eto po muna yung ginagawa ko. I actually, to let you know po, I have submitted this to the Department of Public Works and Highways and the DepEd for it to be standard na po, standard design for all flood prone areas.
What's this?
That's a school building. And all public buildings. Ayan, nakikita pala, mas malinaw po dito kasi parang nakatilted po dyan eh. Dito po ang ganda ng pagkakita eh. Yung ilalim po talaga walang laman. So, ganun na po lahat ng public buildings na itatayo ko po sa amin while I'm waiting for my $1 billion. And the permanent solution, wherever that would be. But, while waiting, at least I'm doing something po. Though, sinabi po sa akin nung Japanese dati, Congresswoman, why don't you learn to live with a flood? I said, sabi niya masyado daw akong palaban. Sabi ko, siguro, I said, I don't want to live with any floods. But as I get older, I realized that while waiting, well, at least I am adapting. Opo. So, and thirdly, and to let everybody know, sa Clark po walang flood. So, baka naman you wish to locate certain offices in Clark during the rainy season, tapos balik na lang po sa Metro Manila during the dry season. Matagal na pong na-propose yan because the only place po in Luzon na hindi pa po nababaha in 50 years is Clark. Yes. Mataas po ang Clark. That's why it's actually in 2001 po, nag-file na po kami at Clark to be the political capital of the Philippines. Para lang ho, hindi lang maputol yung government services during rainy season. So, yes, Clark has never flooded in 100 years. Ayan. Siguro wala na tayong lahat pag na-flood po yung Clark. So, the only thing that ever happened there was Pinatubo and once every 1,000 years lang ata yun. But again, while waiting for the solution, tinaas ko na lang po yung mga classroom. Thank you, Madam Secretary, for your excellent suggestion with Yusek Kuna nung nag-usap po tayo last year. So nakikinig naman po kami sa inyo. And lastly, please update us on what's happening to the oil spill at kung ano po ang nangyayari. Kasi po, we are 160 billion industry pala, 4 na bayan pa lang. So, 160 billion po are threatened by this oil spill. So, please share with us what is happening.
Madam Secretary.
Thank you very much. We are grateful to the Honorable Congresswoman for her acknowledgement of the guidance on the adaptive engineering and design for the architecture of the buildings in her region. On the oil spill po, there are regular communications that are produced by the task force. OCD po is the body that is issuing these communications, and so we will ensure that there is a direct communication po with your good office, Honorable Congresswoman. Thank you po.
Okay, before
Last question. Natitreaten na po ba ang district po namin? Maybe RRD can share something on that po. I don't know.
where is the RD? Okay. Kindly state your name and position, sir.
Madam Chair, good evening po. I'm Martin Despi, the Regional Director of EMB Region 3. As to the latest results po ng ating oil and grease parameter, kadalasan naman ho pumapasa ho yung mga stasyon natin sa Pampanga ho. No? Currently, meron po tayong 6 na stasyon dyan, 4 po na offshore at 2 near onshore. Mas marami ho lagi yung mga pumapasa. And if there are times po na merong mas mataas sa parameter ho na 2 milligrams per liter, isolated naman po yung mga panahon po na yon. And rest assured po na araw-araw ho kami nagmo-monitor dyan, yung mga tao ho natin, araw-araw kumukuha ng sample at in-observe po yung area. Wala naman po tayong nakikita na oil sheen po dyan sa area, so nothing to be bothered about po.
Thank you so much for this update. I would just like to put this on record po, no, na malinis po, yun. So I just wanted to let everybody know na even though there's an oil spill, yung sa amin po, the water source is not from the bottom, it's from the top. So okay pa rin ho kami, despite. But again, I am still grateful for your monitoring, and please keep us informed kasi po yung mga fish pond owners namin and those in the industry are very concerned. So maraming salamat po and keep it up.
Madam Chair, please acknowledge